Paul Georgie from Allendale, filling in for Steve this morning, and we're July 29th, Friday morning, last trading day of July. So expect some position evening here by traders ahead of the close today. Some of the talking facts that we've got to look at here today: the National Weather Service put out some weather maps overnight. The 7-day forecast looks like it's wetter than what the trade was expecting, so that's putting some pressure on the grain markets here this morning. Other news that's kind of weighing on things is the Chinese auction last night, or yesterday. They only sold about 14% of what they were offering, 84,000 tons. We've had soybeans in China overnight down 17 cents, 33 cents for the week. Corn down 10 cents on the week. Export shipments is another concern the trade's talking about here today, that the amount of beans that the U.S. has sold, is it possible to get them shipped by the end of the marketing year? Many are thinking not. 2/3 of those soybeans that we've got sold right now are to unknown buyers, which is more than double the normal amount of unknown sales at this time of year. So some question marks there. Can we really sell all these beans? And that certainly would have an impact on the bottom line, the ending stocks for 2016 marketing year. The wheat tour in North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota came to an end yesterday. They came up with a yield of 45.7 bushel an acre for this year's wheat crop. That's down from last year's crop of 49.9. So bottom line is, they say they still got a good crop, not a record crop like they seen last year. The outside markets, the dollar down sharply. That should be providing some support for the markets here, as would drive exports to the U.S., but we're seeing some weakness there. The livestock markets, expected to see some volatility there again today, as the cash trade in cattle is pretty much at a standstill yet. It looks like the packers and the feedlots are going to wait till late today to get their needs for this week. Current bids out of the Southern Plains is 114, offers at 118 to 120. There has been a few head of cattle traded in the north at 118 yesterday, and some dressed at 186. So looking at those numbers, if the cash trade would start to develop, I think it could be supportive for the cattle market. However, if the futures market sells off, it might give the packers the upper hand, and we could see lower prices than expected there. Product, certainly a weak tone across the board in pork and beef. Well, the problem there is we've got just too much supply, and we've got to find a home for it. Retailers have been very defiant in providing the cheap product to the consumer. They're looking at their bottom line to make up some of the losses they had a year ago. So until the retailer starts featuring the pork and the beef at these low prices, it'll be a tug of war to get this price higher for the product and build the higher prices for cash cattle and hogs. The seasonal situation is still the same. Looks like the beef should be finding a bottom in here. It should rally into the fall as we see tighter supplies. On the pork side of things, historically we see a sharp rally in the hogs and in the product from late July into the expiration of that August contract. So we'll have to monitor that. On a technical basis, you've got the cattle market on the overbought situation. Could see some evening up there ahead of the weekend. On the pork side of things, extremely oversold with the sharp sell-offs that we've seen in the last several days. They are extremely oversold. So the bottom line today, looking at the potential action here, wouldn't be surprised to see the cattle market come under a little bit of pressure. However, because of the discount to the cash, we should see some underlying support there. On the pork complex, expect to see a bit of a short covering rally there ahead of the weekend, and as we approach the new month, could provide some underlying support. So if you got any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call here at Allendale at 800-262-7538. We wish everybody a very successful trading day. We'll talk to you on Monday morning. Thank you.